Hello, I'm DarkerDevotee and welcome back to The Monster Inside. Welcome to Chapter 6. Only two more chapters to go apparently. Let's just get into it. The alley. That's a good start. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartment where Mayor Venetti and his wife lived. I could tell the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than the last. They hadn't even bothered to submit the trash into the evidence. Investigate the scene as go into the trash. Why wouldn't they at least look through the dumpster? It seemed untouched. No one wants to do the dirty work. But I know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. A lightweight bag usually means something was dumped documents. If you were lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. Jackpot. Shell companies, shady stock, trades, bribes. I knew Mayor Venetti was crooked, but this was unbelievable. And there was more. Letters between Mayor Venetti and the sheriff, talking about me. How they were trying to get me shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they weren't here to stop me snooping around this one. My plot in my head thickens, as I mentioned in 2 videos ago. I think it was 2 videos ago. Venetti's car. If he's still alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? It didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him, but the stakes were too high. And my bet was edging towards the unthinkable, and I really can't read all of a sudden. As I searched around for anything that might assure my fears, I caught the scent again. It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pleasure. It was intoxicating, a weapon used on the weak wield, a weapon I knew all too well, though it had been many years since I had used it. Was there another like me? Was I being framed? It wasn't possible, was it? I was taking my inhibitors. I was reformed. But the nightmares, the headaches, the memory lapses. I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back out of the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch. My watch. How long had my wrist been bare? How long's my wrist been there? Surely I just dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I used my wall clock? I couldn't be sure. I couldn't be sure of anything. So I ran. Ooh. Did he do it? That's what I said back at the start of chapter 4, I think it was. I'm pretty certain he's the murderer. And it seems to be the people who he hates as well, so the plot thickens. We shall find out in the final chapter. Cheerio.